Hello everyone. Today we are going to study matrices. What are matrices? First thing, the definition, single definition and why they are used. So, matrix can be defined as a rectangular array of numbers which can also include complex numbers. These are basically used to handle large values and they are very important tools in helping our linear equations, which we will deal in later videos. So let's start with the basic things like addition, subtraction and multiplication of matrices. So before moving to the operations on the matrices, let's look how a matrix looks like. So suppose this is a matrix A, it will be enclosed in rectangular brackets and here its elements. Suppose first element is A, second element. Let's first define elements A11, A12, A21, A22. Here this is the first row, this is second row, this is first column, this is second column. So how do we write a particular element? We write first the element A, suppose here element A, then its row number, then its column number, which is also known as Aij, where I denotes the row, J denotes the column. So first we write the row number, then column number, row number 1, column number 2. So this is how a matrix is written. Now what is the order of the matrix? Order is the row cross column, which is how many rows are there? 2 cross 2. Now let's move to the types of matrices. First is a square matrix. A square matrix is that matrix in which number of rows equal to number of columns. So here m equal to n. Now second matrix, we will move to a diagonal matrix. What is a diagonal matrix? It is a matrix in which all the diagonal elements are there and all the non-diagonal elements are 0. Suppose this is a 2 cross 2 matrix, then these elements will be non-zero and rest all elements will be 0. Let's take a 3 cross 3 matrix, then in this these elements will be non-zero, rest all elements will be 0. Now when we are studying a diagonal matrix, let's study a triangular matrix. What is a triangular matrix? A triangular matrix can be defined as a lower triangular or upper triangular. Let's take an example of a 3 cross 3 matrix. These are its elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 0, 0, 0. So if you see here, it forms a lower triangle and all the elements above the diagonal are 0. So it is a lower triangular matrix. Now let's look at another example. 4, 3, 6, 8, 9, 3, 0. So here you can see it forms an upper triangle. So it is known as upper triangular matrix. We have some more types of matrices like a singular matrix, which we will be dealing later. In this type of matrix, determinant of the matrix equal to 0 and a non-singular in which determinant of the matrix is not 0. This will be used when we will be solving the linear system of equations. For now, let's get back to the basic operations on the matrices. So here our first concept is equality of matrices. How do we suppose if A is equal to A? What should be the condition? So for two matrices A and B to be equal, so the elements AJK for first element should be equal to BJK. So A and B matrices will be equal if only they have the same size and the corresponding entries will be equal. So A11 should be equal to B11, A21 should be equal to B21, and similarly all the elements. Matrices that are not equal are different. So matrices can have different sizes. Now let's study about addition of two matrices. Suppose A matrix equal to -1, 6, 3, 0, 1, 2, and matrix B equal to 5, -1, 0, 3, 1, 0. So only those matrices can be added which have the same order. Here the order of the matrix is 2 cross 3, here also 2 cross 3. Now how will we add them? We simply add the corresponding elements, like 4 will be -4 will be added to 1, 5, so it will give 1, 6 minus 5, 3, 3 plus 0, 3, 0 plus 3, 3, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 0, 2. So A plus B equal to sum of the respective elements. Now let's study multiplication. First we will study multiplication of a matrix by a constant or a scalar. Suppose our matrix A is 2.7, -1.8, 0 and 0.9. Then minus A will be simply equal to -1 into this matrix will be equal to -2.7, 1.8, 0 and -0.9. This bracket is full. Also, if we want to write 10 by 9A, that what will be that? Simply multiply this by 10 by 9. This will give you 3. This will 9 to the 18. So -2 is 0 and 1. Similarly 0, anything into 0 equal to 0. Now we come to matrix multiplication. It is a bit tricky but very simple. So for multiplication, suppose there is a matrix A. Its order is m cross n. It has a number of rows and number of columns. And so matrix B, it has n number of rows and p number of columns. So the resultant matrix will be C equal to A into B. It will have the order n cross p. It will have n rows and p columns. So how are matrices multiplied? Let's see. We will take an simple example. Here our A matrix is 3, 5, -1, 4, 0, 2, -6, -3, 2. And B matrix is, we are writing it directly, 2, -2, 3, 1, 5, 0, 7, 8, 9, -4, 1 and 1. So how do we write matrices multiply? So this is a matrix, you can see 3 cross 3, and this one 3 cross 4. So the resultant matrix will have the order of 3 cross 4. So now AB equals to the first element here. It will be multiplication of this row by this column. So first we will multiply 3 into 2, 6, plus 5 into 5, -1 into 9. So it will give the first element. Now for the second element here, we will multiply this row by this column. It will give the second element. So 3 into -2, -6, plus 0, plus 4. Now for the third element here, we will multiply this row by this column. 3 into 3, 9, plus 7 into 5, 35. Similarly, -1 into this. For last fourth column, we will multiply this row by this column. For this element, we will multiply second row by first column. Then for this element, we will multiply second row by second column. For this element, we will multiply second row by third column. And similarly, we will multiply and it will follow. Now, We also need to study vectors. Vectors are those type of matrices which have either row elements or column elements. Here it is called row vector or row matrix. This is a column vector. Also we need to study unit matrices. Unit matrix is a special kind of a diagonal matrix in which all the diagonal elements are 1 and rest all elements, as we know in diagonal matrix, are 0. So it is a unit matrix. It can be of order 3 cross 3. It can be written like this, or 1 1 0 0 like this, 2 cross 2